What if one simple adjustment could transform your videos from amateur to pro level quality instantly? As someone who's helped hundreds of content creators easily upgrade their studios, I've seen exactly how just a small tweak can deliver big visual results. So in this video, I'm going to show you powerful yet affordable tips while reviewing 3 creators looking for advice on how to improve right now. Okay, so first up, we have Dave. Thanks for sending this in. Let's dive straight into your setup. First up, you mentioned you're relying on daylight coming from the windows. The trouble here is daylight can really mess with the consistency of your shots. You probably noticed it yourself. It changes from one video to the next. Some are darker, some have that greenish tint, and overall, they lack that professional and reliable look you're after. Real pro-level consistency always comes down to controlling your own lighting. I'm not sure what's stopping you from getting studio lights, but maybe it's a space thing. But looking at this room, I reckon it is possible to free up a bit of space. For instance, if you move that grey sofa on the left side, I bet you'd have enough room to set up some nice soft studio lighting. And if you were to invest in studio lights, I'd definitely recommend blacking out those windows with some Velcro fabric, like I'm using here actually. This way, you don't have to plan your shots around sunny weather, and you can keep your studio look consistent, cinematic, and pro no matter the time of day. And with a quick AI example, this is the sort of lighting you could achieve. It's a rough idea, but this is the sort of thing I'm on about. It gives you more dimension, more impact, a look that will be locked in whenever you want to shoot. So even without touching the background, we have leveled up your pro look. But now let's talk about the distractions in your shot. Your backdrop ideally needs refining if you want that polished premium look. I get it. Toys like Bluey, Baby Yoda, and Bowser, they can be fun, but they don't exactly scream expert content creator, and they don't really fit within your niche, at least I don't think they do. So they can go back to your bedroom. And what's that? Bottom right corner, no idea what this is. It looks like a pile of plastic to be recycled. Bit off-putting, so let's remove that. Your small armchair, it isn't doing much for the set. I'd remove that to keep it streamlined and pro-looking. That wooden unit behind you, I can't work out what it is exactly. I don't hate it, but maybe it could be used better elsewhere in the house or the room. The sofa on the left, not sure how big it is. Is it a 2-seater, 3-seater? Yeah, placed here isn't the best look for the studio. So maybe put it on that back wall where that brown unit was. And how about maybe like a tan leather sofa or something? Something that goes really well against your blue wall. I think that would really elevate the look, and it's like a harmony, those two colours together. Put a couple of vibrant plants either side for some layering and life, and you're already on your way. Now layout, I think aesthetically, your blue wall is actually really, really good. It gives a strong visual brand identity, but right now, lots of small framed artwork is kind of cluttering up the space. So I suggest replacing those with just 2 or 3 really big oversized pieces. It'll make your background feel more premium and intentional. The Airbnb logo, it's kind of in the wrong place there. It's too low. It needs to be moved to like the top corner or something to have some impact and show your niche a bit better off. That big white door on the left, that steals too much attention to me. So what you could do is you could paint that along with the skirting the same shade of blue that you've got on the wall, and that will look slick, trust me. It will not draw the eye as much as it currently does. You can leave the white accent line above the picture rail. That actually looks quite good with the contrast, so that works pretty well. Your bookshelf looks to be filled with travel and Lonely Planet guides, but it's not clear for a new viewer, so how about adding a shelf with travel-related items, globes, photos, souvenirs from your trips? An instant clear link to your niche while also adding in a space to show off more of your personality and your niche. Now for your lighting fix, I've taken a guess at your floor plan space, so assuming it's kind of accurate, this is what I'd do. For your main light, position this to the left side to give you that perfect cinematic Rembrandt style. For the hair light, add a warm, subtle rim light on the opposite side to add dimension and separation from the background. It also helps to bring back some shape in the darker shadow areas. The practical lamp, you could place a lamp on the top shelf of your bookcase and aim it at the back wall. This will create a really cozy ambience, and it can also help justify the hair light's position visually. So, quick recap of what next moves I'd recommend. I'd remove unnecessary furniture and clutter. I'd simplify and enlarge your wall art. I'd level up your background with intentional niche-specific styling, paint the bright white door and skirting boards to unify the design, upgrade to controlled studio lighting for cinematic results. And if you make those changes, Dave, your studio will easily jump from casual to professional grade, boldly showcasing you as the expert you truly are. Alright, next up we have Jennifer, who runs a cheese making channel. And Jennifer has mentioned right away that she's filming without a proper studio. She's making videos in pretty challenging locations like a busy kitchen, dark basement, and even her new cheese cave. There's no fancy tech, just everyday gear. It's all shot on an iPhone 14 Pro, so she's aware this might not fall into my regular studio content, but of course, I'm happy to see where I can help. So Jennifer, I've been through several of your videos, and honestly, you've done a great job. Your content feels really raw, genuine, easygoing, and it's really refreshing style that really suits your niche, actually. But of course, there's always a little few tweaks we can make to help elevate your videos and maintain viewer focus while still keeping things easy and authentic to you. So first of all, quick clutter check. So since you're mainly using your phone to film, your background stays pretty and focused and sharp. Because of that, everyday stuff around the house can get distracting quickly. So before you hit record, just take a quick moment to clear unnecessary items from your background area, such as your pots, cups, clothes, anything that's not related to your video specifically. Nothing major, just a 30-second tidy up to keep your attention firmly on you and what you're making. So natural lighting tips. Your use of natural lighting is working surprisingly well, actually. I didn't really spot any major exposure variations or shifts so far, so whatever you're doing, keep it up. One quick tip though, for anyone else looking to shoot with natural light, it changes drastically during the day or with the weather. A cloudy afternoon can sneak up on you halfway through filming, and in the edit you'll have that cut footage jumping from sunny to cloudy. It can be a big distraction and certainly takes away from the professional vibe. Just something to have in the back of your mind as you plan your shoot timings going forward. But really, your current approach is solid. Although it does mean you can't shoot at nighttime, and if you turn on the house lights, well, that's a whole new issue to contend with. Okay, have I got any camera tips for you? Considering you're on the phone, well, I'm currently 52 minutes into your 9 cheeses from one recipe mega video, and I have to say, it's really engaging, wonderfully natural, and you definitely made the right choice sticking with a phone documentary style for that sort of filming. But here's one extra tip if you ever do decide to have a bit more of a polished feel. You don't have to give up your current setup. What often works great is making a tiny, dedicated filming spot, like a corner, a table, just somewhere comfy with a clean background to use exclusively for your face-to-face camera intros or wrap-ups. You know, film with friendly studio lighting, proper camera setup. It won't complicate your cooking or cheese-making shots, but it will allow you to get some crisp, professional-looking intros that instantly make you feel more premium, while still retaining your natural, authentic style through the rest of your action shots. Kind of like best of both worlds. So my final thoughts, Jennifer? Overall, really, really good. It's enjoyable, relaxing, authentic, and it's exactly what makes your channel great. My thoughts are just here, quick, simple ways to lift up your set design without doing too much work. Just those little things such as cleaning the area if you can before filming, and then you're good to go. Okay, last up we have Jongho. I do hope I pronounced that right. Apologies if not. So looking at your submission, here are some of the keynotes mentioned you'd like me to address. Your channel, it's personal finance. Your interests, obviously personal finance, basketball, NBA, okay? Caveat, you can't move the couch because it's for guests, okay, noted. So your main objectives, you want to know what can be improved in terms of the look of the video, any small improvements that can make a big difference, okay? And you would like to improve the items in the background, if I've got any ideas. First thing, your camera angle. It stood out right away. I can see you're filming into the corner, which can actually work really well, but right now your camera's positioned too high, which is creating some weird perspective. You might notice your furniture looks like it's tipping away from you and nothing is straight. But here's a quick fix. All you got to do is lower your camera, ideally position it just below your eye level. turn on your camera guides if possible, and this little step will help you keep your lines nice and straight. And all you do then is lower or raise your camera until you see the furniture line up with the guides on camera. Then you simply adjust the camera tilt to get your framing back how you like. And immediately your furniture will then look straight, it will look much more in proportion, and everything will look better. Even your body will look more in proportion. It will feel more natural and pro in seconds if you can address that. Alright, now about those lights on your sofa, those 3 little puck lights. To be totally honest, they look like runway lights at an airport. It's a cool idea, but not quite doing the right job. My suggestion, just get them out of the shot for now, and we can maybe reuse them later on. Speaking of the sofa, since it has to stay for guests, that's completely okay. Just tidy it up a little. That folded blanket looks like a dog bed at the moment, purely because of its colour and the way it's folded, so I'd remove that. I'd get rid of your cushion, and maybe just have one nice accent cushion, like something bright, vibrant, maybe an orange to match an NBA basketball or something. Next up, we got the standing desk light. Yeah, that needs to go. That doesn't add anything visually, and it's not even on, so let's get rid of that. And let's replace that with a tall plant, funky plant pot, which will instantly bring in more life, layers, visual interest into the studio. Now, let's talk about paint colours, because I think this is a big win for anyone shooting in a white room. Currently, your setup is very white. The wall's white, furniture's white, everything feels white, and it's all kind of blending together, but adding a deep colour to your wall can totally transform your look. Something like a rich blue, royal blue, greyish blue, that would really resonate well in the finance niche because it instantly communicates professionalism, expertise, plus you'll visually pop off the background from that darker colour. You mentioned your passion for basketball, but I'll be honest, I almost missed it with this current design setup. That little basketball on your shelf, it gets lost back there. Make it more visible or display it in a better lit place, like on a shelf on the wall. Now it has the chance to be lit properly from above, and you can display it alongside other items from your niche and interest. Next, let's hang up some large framed canvas prints of NBA legends to make use of that blank wall. Adding this will instantly give your space personality, storytelling, and interest. And remember those lights I told you to get rid of? Well, this is the perfect chance to use them. If they can switch to a daylight tone, pop them up above your NBA art prints and shelf for that gallery style lighting, which is instantly professional looking, and it won't have wasted your money or gear. And they look good, you know. That sort of lighting will draw attention to the art and to the basketball in a flattering way. So there you go. Nothing crazy complicated, just some easy actions that will dramatically raise the quality of your space and match your personality and niche perfectly. Great stuff. If I couldn't get to your submission this time, don't worry. I've already got another review video in the works, so stay tuned. And if you'd like to be featured with your studio and reviewed like this, simply submit your space using the link down in the description. So I hope these quick tips help point our brilliant volunteers in the right direction, and it gives them a clear path toward creating those pro-level results that will attract premium clients. And remember, this is just a small sample of what's possible when you level up your space. If you're ready to stand out from the crowd and elevate your studio setup, and you want to chat about working together, I'd love to hear from you. Click the link in the description and let's talk about how we can create your ultimate YouTube studio space.